All right, you know what? I was thinking more about this animal husbandry stuff, and that's another thing that irritates me because it's like you cannot own certain pets because they're endangered, right? But that's total bullshit. Like that's total bullshit, because if an animal's endangered, then allowing them as pets will increase their population, not only in the wild but now in the domesticated sphere, right? So by making it illegal to own them, it makes them more endangered, right? It makes them extremely more endangered, right? So it's bullshit. It's total, like the words coming out of their mouths is total, because they're the ones who are endangering the animals by not allowing us to keep them as pets. Um, so it's like, why do they do this? Why don't they allow us to keep them as pets? And me, I have my own theories. Um, Although for me, it's just a theory. This isn't solid. But I think it's just simple economics. Like if you have pets, then they can have babies, and then you can go sell those babies, and who gets the money? You, right? There's a total, like, the biggest threat to free markets is the merchant. And these merchants just come up, like they're forcing us to spend money on them, right? If a simple example would be the United States government spending taxpayer dollar to destroy old cars, right? They wanted you to destroy old cars because they don't want you fixing them up and like handing them down to your son. Like you could build a car that you could hand down for generations, right? But they build cars that they for them to break. Like, oh my god. And then they get the government to crush all the old cars so that you're forced to buy the new cars. Right? I mean, it's like it's total, like we live in a world where you have fucking Edward Bernays writing books called Manufactured Consent, right? Like, damn. So that's my theory. It's like they're just trying to restrict economic independence in the population, right? Because I mean, they're always trying to spay and neuter our pets, right? Because that's $200 that's not going to go to them. Like this kid recently told me that daylight saving time has nothing to do with farming. Daylight saving time was created by the electrical companies in order to increase the electrical consumption, right? That made total sense to me. Yeah, almost. Um, but I don't know. Like another thing would be I mean there may be, like, if we started having more and more different animals as pets, there could be a disease problem that happens. But eventually we'd adapt, you know? Like during the age of flight, you had all these men who were trying to build these airplanes, and you had a lot of men out there who died trying to build airplanes. So, in order for us to progress, it's like those guys willingly sacrificed themselves. They put their lives on the line in order to try to fly. Um, and yeah, no, there could be a disease problem if we start to. But again, a lot of the times, disease simply has to do with the healthy way you're living. So I don't think there would necessarily be a disease problem. Because if you're not living healthy, then you're gonna be diseased and stuff. Um, but yeah, no, I totally think we should be allowed to have more and more animals as pets. Now, the funny thing to me is, I learned also recently that you cannot keep a crow as a pet, and the reason you can't keep a crow as a pet is because you can train the crow to steal. Right? So maybe that's a good law. I don't know, but to the argument that, oh, you can't keep this animal as a pet, You know, because again, it's going to depend on the particular pet, obviously, the particular animal. But you can't keep an animal as a pet because they're endangered. You know, it's like these assholes who are saying this are the ones who are endangering those animals.